Okay, it's the start of a new week, so I'm going to walk you through my workflow for how to update everything needed on the website and get the weekly Wednesday email ready. So yesterday, we had this piece of music that we shared, which was not part of the recording that we uploaded, but it was part of the live stream, and want to make sure that we have that linked here. So going over to Vimeo, this has already been uploaded, so I'm going to go ahead and edit this and make sure that all the info is in here that we need. Right, so we've got the title done correctly. Yesterday was the third Sunday after Pentecost, June 21st. That's the gospel reference. And then here we have the musical pieces. And then we will have special music featured. Lift every voice and sing. Performed by, what is the name of this group? Committed Sings. Committed Sings. And I'm going to include that in there, even though that's not part of the recording that we're showing. It's good just so that people can find it. We want to direct people that way. And while I'm in here, what I'm noticing is the thumbnail that shows up to show this video is an empty altar. And it is a beautiful altar and the beautiful flowers and all that, but the candles are not lit and there are no people. So let's fix that real quick. So I'm going to hit edit thumbnail. Let's just grab some random ones. That's fine. That's head up, looking at the camera. It's usually ideal having a person in the picture looking at the camera. Oh, eyes closed though. That's not going to work. Let's pick another one. How about this one? You can't really tell because this is so small. You can't tell until we get there. Is that the same? No, I don't think so. I don't know why it's not updating, but let's hit save. There we go. That's better. Not the happiest expression, but I'll live with it. All right, so we saved. We're done with that. One thing that we do need is this link. So we'll come back to this later. Neat trick is to get, you just need this number. So a neat trick is going to be double clicking that and it'll select that, but we'll come back to that later. So next Sunday, we are going to need our Zoom coffee hour. And on Wednesdays, we have a Wednesday evening check-in call. And we need to schedule both of those. So let's start here. So we're going to do fireside chat. This is our Wednesday, the 24th at 7 p.m. It usually goes for less than an hour. I'll add a password later. I don't want that to be part of this video. No, and save. Okay. We got to schedule our next meeting, which is going to be virtual coffee hour. And this is going to be for Sunday the 28th at roughly 10:30 a.m. It depends on how quick we get the liturgy done. It's usually by 10:30. And it's usually not very long, so we'll say 30 minutes. Again, I'm going to add a password later, so that's not part of this. And save. Okay, so we got both of those ready. And now we have to do our liturgy. So I'm going to come over here to venite.app. I have an account, but you may need to go down here and find sign in or make an account, however that works. I find that it doesn't remember me and I have to log in every time. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pick the correct date, 28th, 2020. This is going to be morning prayer. And we have some preferences down there that we can pick from. I don't see anything in here to pick track 1 or track 2. It defaults to track 2, if that makes a difference to you. Okay, so here is morning prayer. Fourth Sunday after Pentecost. It'll usually include if there is a saint's feast day. So Irenaeus, that's a good one. Even if you're not observing those, it's just nice to have the reference there. I prefer this opening. We have been using the EOW confession. We use the Venite. It automatically includes the antiphon here. The Psalm's going to be, I'm going to go ahead and open up lectionary page. See, it's track 2, so we're getting Psalm 89. A portion of Psalm 89, or really 2 portions. Then we've got the Jeremiah reading, continuing with Jeremiah. And then we've got, okay, so now we've got our canticle here. So we always get a psalm and a canticle in the beginning, and that canticle is always going to be the Venite. And then we have 2 more canticles in here to pick. So what makes sense for these readings? Let's see. I'm probably Jeremiah, Hananiah, Amen. Okay. I'm going to leave the Song of Zechariah. Romans, we've been working through Romans on track 2. That's going to be fun this summer. We've got a few more chapters to go. So there'll be plenty of opportunities to preach on Paul. And Paul really likes to talk about slaves, which is so much fun to talk about. Not really. But we are going to change this canticle. I'm going to change this to Q. And then we are, when we do the Enriching Our Worship canticles, it includes the Enriching Our Worship Glorias. So you can omit those or leave those in. I've been leaving them in. And then we've got Matthew. We have a nice short lesson from Matthew for a change. Honestly, that should have been included in last week's reading, but whatever. Okay, then we've got a sermon, Apostles' Creed. You can pick where you want the sermon to be. Traditional Lord's Prayer. Nobody likes contemporary. Suffrage is B. We were doing A for a while, and I switched to B for the summer. And then we've got our collect of the day. I'm just going to make sure that matches. Occasionally, I've had an issue where this isn't the right one. Foundation of the Apostles and Prophets. Yeah, so that's the right one. Collect for Sundays, collect for mission. I'll change that one. Prayers and Thanksgivings. I don't add any of these prayers in. This is usually the point where I include the prayer list and the cycle of prayer for the Anglican Communion and the diocese. I have done the general Thanksgiving through Lent and Easter, and I am now switching to use Prayer of Chrysostom for the summer. And that's it. Okay, so now that this is done, we need to do 2 things. We need to save a Word document of this, which is going to be handy for printing it out for the folks who are leading the liturgy. And then we need the link for this. Okay, so now that we have that and we have our Zoom meeting scheduled and we have our video ready, we're going to go to Constant Contact and get our newsletter ready. I'm just going to copy the template from last week. So this is the easiest way to do this. Copy. Okay, we're going to change the date. I do a year-month date format to keep all my stuff organized. I've been doing this for a long, long time. It's super handy, so that even if things get sorted weird, I can always find it by a little date code that I use. Just makes life easier. Okay. We had some information about regathering with safety and care that we gathered info for, so we are actually going to take that out this week. Okay, right now I have the bulletin link copied on my clipboard, so I'm going to go ahead and change that first. So I'm clicking on this. This is Liturgy for June 21st. So I'm going to come in here, edit, and we're going to paste in the new link, and we're going to change this to June 28th. Now, while I'm editing the Sunday morning prayer box, I'm going to do two things. There is this link, and then there's this link. I try to put it in two places along with the phone and number, the meeting ID, and whatever password I choose. Again, I'm going to do that after I finish recording this. So let's come over here, and we're going to grab Virtual Coffee Hour. I'm going to open up this invitation here, and we're looking for this. We could also just copy it from here. So I'm going to do the same thing, edit, paste that in, edit. Oh, right, that's for the website. Okay, I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to go grab the Fireside Chat link. Grab it just right there. Click on where the link goes, hit edit, and paste, and there we go. I'll come in and I'll adjust the password later. Now, there's two more things I got to change. One is the meeting ID for that one, and the other is the meeting ID for this one. So let's do that. So Fireside Chat, that's the meeting ID there. I'm going to do that. Oh, I want to match the formatting. There we go. If you're on a Mac, you can do Command-Shift-V to paste without formatting. I think it's Control-Shift-V if you're on Windows. But that's a shortcut that works in Google products. So if you're in the Chrome browser or in Google Docs, you can hold Shift while you're pasting, and it'll remove formatting so it looks nice. Let's get the Virtual Coffee Hour meeting ID. Copy. And Command-Shift-V. And that's all done. Okay. We have a static prayer list thing where it's a Google form that it populates a spreadsheet that I check on Sunday morning. So I make sure I have an updated prayer list. And we've got a little pastoral letter. I'm not going to write that on video, but that's pretty much it. That's all we need to do for the letter. Now, one more thing that we got to do, I said we were going to come back to, is we want to update this video for the website so that our recent service is our most recent service. So all I need is to get this numeric code that identifies the video. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to double click on that number and copy. I'm going to come over here, site admin, login, announcements, live stream. Now I'm going to, oh, I'm in the wrong one. I need the recent service. There we go. Okay, so you're going to come in here and you're going to see this big white box. Maybe you'll see iframe in there. Don't touch anything there. Just hit source and look in this code, and you're going to see a link to a video with a number. That's the number we're replacing. That's all we're doing. So I'm going to double click on that, paste, and you see the new number populated in there. That's it. That's the only thing I'm changing. I hit update and I'm done. So now if I go back to the site, we see the new video is there. And we need to update all this info. So let's do that. We are going to go back in here. Announcements, live stream. Okay, so liturgy for June 21st. We're going to click on that and we're going to hit this link button to edit. So this we're going to copy to the clipboard again. Come back over here and paste in the new one. And we're going to change the date here so everybody knows it's the correct one, and hit OK. The prayer request link stays the same. The Zoom link needs to get edited, so we're going to click on that, hit the link button, and now we're going to come over to here, hit copy that, and then paste that in. So that is now the correct link for this Sunday's coffee hour. And that's it. Easy peasy. All right, don't forget to include the updated passwords in the email so people can actually get in when they go there. And that's it. All right. See you later.